What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and it's been a minute since we've discussed Ghost of Yotei, coming out next year. There's a lot of controversy surrounding this game because, of course, Sucker Punch replaced the male protagonist with a strong, empowered female, as AAA studios always seem to do these days, and when we called this out, they acted indignant.
I am shocked and appalled.
Why would you think that? Why would you even think that?
They said that the diversity in this game was an entirely organic process that had them switching out Jin from Ghost of Tsushima with Atsu from Ghost of Yotei. It was supposedly just a natural progression, but we are hearing some news now, which suggests that originally the studio was not planning on Atsu being a thing. They were originally planning a direct sequel with Jin as the main character once again.
Well.
This news came from YouTuber Endymion, who said that his sources informed him that Sony of Japan was pissed off about this sudden change, which apparently they decided to switch over to Atsu sometime in the last 2 years. One thing seems very clear if this is true. This is not the organic diversity that they want to claim that it is. This is forced, woke bullshit being shoved into the story like the square peg into the round hole, and Endymion provided more information to back up his sources. It really does seem like they changed from Jin to Atsu midway through the process, which, I gotta be honest, Sucker Punch, that is about the lamest thing that a game could do. Taking a character that everyone loved and replacing him for the sake of diversity.
What in the hell's diversity?
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is...
Durham is here.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I keep a list over there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle on that platform is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, this Ghost of Yotei situation is pretty telling when it comes to the industry at large. They cry foul whenever we notice that they are switching every male character in any IP that is even remotely successful into a female doppelganger. They act like we are crazy for suggesting that this is all done to pander to the modern audience that they're always going on about. But it seems like maybe we're onto something here. Perhaps this thing that we've all noticed is happening is actually happening. This article from That Park Place breaks it all down for us. It says, a new rumor alleges that Sucker Punch Productions, the developers of Ghost of Tsushima and the upcoming Ghost of Yotei, gutted and repurposed a planned Ghost of Tsushima sequel and created Ghost of Yotei out of its bones. This latest rumor comes from YouTuber Endymion, who first shared that a source informed him that Sony Japan is pissed off about being kept in the dark over the sudden changes of this game's narrative. He added, it does seem there is a huge disconnect between what Sucker Punch knew about this Ghost sequel versus what Sony's PR teams knew. Next, he shared, as I was told like before when I reported on Yotei last, the game was indeed supposed to be Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Jin Sakai as the main character. This has been confirmed to me, and I was told the skeleton of Tsushima 2 is what is largely being used to create Yotei into what it is now. I would assume that likely Jin would come to Mount Yotei, and then this is where he would be facing the next Mongol threat. But within the past 2 years, something has definitely changed at Sucker Punch. Yeah, and I can tell you exactly what that was 2 years ago. The world was still dominated by these woke turds. 2020 was kind of the peak year of this cult's stranglehold on our culture, and it has taken a few years for us to fight back, to organize, and to push this shit back to the fringe. I think one of the best weapons that we've had in this fight is Twitter. I'm a big Elon Musk fan. The things being accomplished by SpaceX inspire me, but his purchase of Twitter, giving the world a place to have actual discourse again without the censorship from the progressives, that might go down in the history books as the most important transaction since the Louisiana Purchase. But anyhow, a couple years ago, we were still in the beginning stages of fighting through a lot of this woke muck, and the people in these AAA studios were still convincing themselves that this was the direction to go. That is why I think we can reasonably expect at least 2 more years of a steady stream of woke crap. Of course, it takes years between when something is greenlit before it finally gets fully developed and released. But anyhow, let's read on, because Endymion actually provides some receipts on what he's claiming here. He continued, "The entire narrative was effectively gutted from what I'm being told and repurposed into the story about Atsu. The whole wandering Ronin being hunted by other bounty hunter story that's presented in Yotei, I am assuming was originally supposed to be Ronin hunting Jin Sakai as the ghost." Endymion then shared information provided to him by a source regarding a number of individuals who joined Sucker Punch around the last 2 years or so. First, he pointed to Jen Lee Lucen, who began work at Sucker Punch in March of 2022 as a producer. He also pointed to Ariadna Martinez, a senior writer and narrative designer for Sucker Punch, who joined the company in May of 2023. He also pointed to Courtney Woods, who joined Sucker Punch as a senior staff writer in September of 2022. Finally, he pointed to Kelly Snyder, who became a senior producer at Sucker Punch in September of 2023. Given when these individuals joined the company, Endymion stated, "As you'll notice, as I show these other examples, these writers and such, they all came onto this project rather late in production on Yotei, almost as if the game was something else entirely before it became Yotei. But now this feels like a tale as old as time. For those of us who've been paying attention, this is the sort of shit that just keeps on happening. A studio brings on a series of writers and producers and developers, new people at the behest of some executive who doesn't know his head from his rear end, and he wants to ensure that the game has enough diversity. And then these new members of the team come in and the game gets fundamentally changed because the people that they brought in aren't developers or writers so much as they are activists. To me, it really sounds like they went out of their way to pander with this game, but I'm gonna leave it there. What do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.